We approached the shelter silently. Sirens wailing children's cries, distant yet piercing walls, cold shadows stretching endlessly. Doors loomed ahead, steel cold under trembling hands, every step measured anticipation, thick as dust in the narrow corridor. Flashlights cut through darkness. Shadows flickered across debris, every corner a potential hazard, every echo amplified. The first child's cry reached us clearly. Small, frightened, impossible to ignore, guiding instinct and caution simultaneously. Smoke drifted from unknown corners. Each inhalation heavy, suffused with fear, concrete scent, and faint traces of panic. Stack formation tightened instinctively. Movements rehearsed gestures, silent cohesion balancing urgency with precision. A metallic clang resonated suddenly, echoing through corridors, nerves snapping taut awareness, sharpened instincts firing. Rear security paused, signaling halt. Shadows shifted, visibility vanished, each heartbeat loud against silence and chaos. Ventilation rattled violently above. Dust fell in clouds, each particle a reminder of fragility, unseen dangers lurking. We stepped forward into uncertainty. Cries, growing smoke, thickening every movement, deliberate, every choice potentially life-altering. The unit assembled in the dimly lit command room. Steel table covered with shelter schematics, every line memorized in silence. Identification markers lined the walls. Sector maps, communication channels, emergency routes meticulously noted and cross-checked. Each soldier checked his equipment slowly. Rifles, vests, radios, flashlights, every item tested with precise, disciplined motions. Their history together filled the room. Months of training, night drills, and urban navigation forged trust deeper than words. Lieutenant Hawk observed quietly. His presence commanded focus, each movement mirrored from countless rehearsals. Mission parameters were clear. Infiltrate the shelter, assess occupancy, evacuate children, and secure every corridor. Threat reports were incomplete. Minor structural damage noted, unknown obstructions, and potential panic left unspoken. A technician traced corridor diagrams with care. Each turn, stairwell, and bottleneck carefully scanned under fluorescent hum. Roles were assigned silently. Stack leader, rear security, floor sweep. Communication liaison nods, confirming understanding. Packs and gear secured. Rifles rested lightly, optics aligned, flashlights checked, readiness a matter of habit and instinct. Narrow hallways awaited. Schematics warned of restricted movement, echoes carrying the weight of every step. Observing one another, subtle signs of tension. Glances tightened, gloves, brief adjustments betraying nerves hidden behind discipline. Secondary exits were traced on maps. Alternate paths noted, contingency rehearsed mentally before boots ever touched concrete. Radios keyed, static tested. Fragile channels reminding them communication could fail in an instant. Flashlight angles meticulously checked. Every beam could betray presence or reveal hidden danger in shadows. Glances shared quietly, brief smirks of levity. Morale maintained through subtle, wordless rituals. Corporal Diaz moved among them, adjusting straps, correcting posture, eyes calm yet fully aware of the unknown. Risk assessments reviewed repeatedly. Collapsed areas, blocked corridors, failures of emergency lighting carefully noted. Mental rehearsals began. Enter, sweep, secure, evacuate, exit. Timing, exact delays, potentially catastrophic. Locations of children incomplete. Gaps in intelligence weighed heavily, each soldier imagining the worst outcomes. Security mechanisms studied. Doors, locks, manual overrides, examined, response times noted for worst-case scenarios. Tactical formations visualized. Stacked positions, cover angles, rear security rehearsed in silence, drilled into muscle memory. Emergency protocols reviewed. Medical kits, extraction sequences, casualty reporting memorized with obsessive precision. Ventilation ducts and service tunnels examined. Every potential passage accounted for, risk mapped mentally before entry. Vigilant eyes scanned the team. Subtle adjustments, small gestures, each action reinforcing cohesion and trust. Communication codes rehearsed, hand signals replacing words, silent coordination to preserve stealth under pressure. The hum of fluorescent lights filled the room. Focus shifted from equipment to mental calibration, preparing for the unknown. Silent signaling practiced. Taps, gestures, nods, each movement precise, conveying commands without sound. Outside, weather ignored, inside, chill noted. Damp concrete of the shelter remembered, anticipation coursing through bodies. Lessons from prior incidents recalled. Flooding, collapse, miscommunication, silently embedded into planning. Loadouts double-checked. Rifles, optics, radios, vests. Redundancy ensured reliability in confined, unpredictable spaces. Observations continued. Anxiety and discipline intertwined, glances exchanged silently, bonds strengthened under tension. Maps visually reviewed one final time. Corridors memorized, doors encoded in memory, mental rehearsal anchoring readiness. Equipment checked yet again. Every detail addressed tiny malfunctions, corrected reliability dependent on exacting rituals. The briefing concluded. Maps, folded gear slung, team poised at the entry point, mental clarity and unity ready for the unknown. The team entered the shelter cautiously. Concrete walls, cold, narrow corridors echoing each footstep with unsettling clarity. Alarm sirens wailed incessantly, distant but unrelenting, mingling with faint, irregular cries of children unseen. Flashlight beams swept walls and corners. Shadows shifted constantly, revealing peeling paint debris and hidden hazards. Ventilation ducts rattled overhead, a steady, ominous hum reminding them of fragile infrastructure and concealed threats. The floor creaked under measured weight. Each step deliberate, rehearsed, magnifying every sound through the hollow corridors. Stack formation advanced slowly. Leader ahead, rear security, vigilant floor sweep, clearing angles with precise, practiced motions. Faint noises echoed from side corridors. Uncertainty, prickling nerves, every sound amplified by tension and confined space. A door slightly ajar revealed scattered belongings. Toys, shoes, discarded items signaling panic and human presence. Dust rose with each careful step, mingling with the scent of damp concrete, carrying traces of fear through the air. Soldiers observed each other subtly. Tight gloves, adjusted vests, brief glances revealing internal tension under discipline. Children's cries became louder, closer, echoing unpredictably, rhythm broken, filling the air with anxious, dissonant sound. Flashlights revealed structural weaknesses. Cracks, loose tiles, and debris marked hazards requiring mental mapping. Stack leader signaled silently. Nods confirmed understanding movements precise, rehearsed countless times before. Radios keyed briefly, static, intermittent. Each burst a reminder of fragile, unreliable communication in the complex. Corridor forks forced decisions. Left or right, each route potentially leading to trapped civilians or dead ends. Dusty footprints hinted at recent movement. Subtle signs of others passing unnoticed by all but vigilant eyes. Rear security noted a blocked hatch. Minor adjustment to planned contingency routes, updated silently in mind. Ventilation hum mixed with distant cries. Tension coiled tightly. Alertness heightened, every sense engaged fully. One child's voice rose above the rest. Small, frightened, beckoning attention down a shadowed side passage. Team paused momentarily. Silence punctuated by dripping water, heartbeats amplified in the empty corridor. Flickering lights cast shifting shadows. Corners seemed to move, requiring doubled vigilance with each deliberate step. Floor sweep reported minor debris. Obstacles cleared carefully, noted for safe passage during potential evacuation. Formation adjusted spacing. Steps synchronized, cohesion maintained amid echoing cries and disorienting corridors. A ventilation grate vibrated faintly. Dust fell like warning, a reminder of hidden layers above and around them. Flashlight revealed a single discarded shoe. Silent testimony to panic, reinforcing urgency without words. Soldiers watched each other instinctively. Reassurance and trust communicated through gesture and steady gaze. Moans and coughs drifted from distant halls. Subtle cues of life in danger drawing careful attention forward. Air felt damp and heavy. Each inhale thick with moisture dust and the latent tension of the environment. A narrow stairwell loomed ahead. Potential bottleneck risk assessed mentally, steps prepared with care. Rear security caught shifting shadow. movement subtle, unseen by others, heightening alertness without panic. Leader signaled halt briefly. Pause allowed full observation positions, reaffirmed situational awareness maintained. Corridors narrowed further. Careful coordination required steps, deliberate, avoiding debris and unseen hazards. Children's cries blended with metallic echoes. Labyrinthine halls magnifying uncertainty, testing nerve and focus. Soldier crouched to inspect uneven floor. Minor obstacles removed, ensuring safe passage for evacuees. Team advanced, cautiously aware of civilians trapped, blocked exits, and hidden dangers lurking in shadowed corners. Smoke thickened abruptly. Corridors blurred, shadows dancing wildly. Every echo magnified tension, coiled in every step. Alarm sirens shrieked continuously, a relentless pulse mixing with the distant, uneven cries of terrified children unseen. Flashlight beams cut through haze. Walls warped in flickering light debris and loose panels complicating each calculated step. Stack formation faltered slightly. Discipline strained soldiers instinctively correcting spacing amid uncertainty and fear. Metallic clangs echoed sharply. Source unknown, reflexive heads turned, hearts racing, every corner scrutinized instantly. Ventilation ducts rattled violently. Dust fell in clouds, a constant reminder of instability and hidden perils above. Rear security signaled halt silently. Leader acknowledged pause, extended to reassess awareness, sharpened to edge. Children's cries escalated unpredictably, echoing through corridors, amplifying anxiety, demanding immediate careful attention. Blocked passages forced abrupt detours. Mental maps recalibrated, alternative routes traced in split-second decisions. Dusty footprints marked prior movement. Subtle signs of others passing, heightened vigilance without confirmation. Structural integrity faltered. Ceiling cracks widened, floor tiles shifted, each step weighed with calculated caution. One soldier stumbled over debris, caught instinctively, breath-sharp reminder of fragility under relentless tension. Flashlight revealed children huddled behind overturned furniture. Panic, palpable movement. Erratic urgency mounting. Team regrouped silently. Gestures replaced words. Coordination, dependent on practiced instinctive signals alone. Smoke thickened further. Breathing labored each step, deliberate rhythm dictated by environment and encroaching chaos. Distant moans and coughs drifted unpredictably. Source unseen, each sound escalating focus and alertness. Ceiling panels shifted overhead. Structural compromise, clear hazard constantly evolving, demanding rapid assessment. Leader signaled cautious advance. Every motion measured, training tested against the labyrinthine smoke-filled corridors. Children's cries surged, walls compressing sound. Echoes amplified panic, composure of teams strained under relentless pressure. Shadows flickered unexpectedly. Uncertainty intensified, every form scrutinized imagination as dangerous as reality. Dust and debris shifted beneath boots. Minor disturbances magnified tension, every movement mentally reviewed. Blocked exits forced navigation through constricted halls. Formation compressed communication, challenged stakes maximal. Flashlight beams caught sudden ambiguous shapes, interpreted as hazards, potential victims, or phantom shadows. Air thick with humidity, smoke, and fear. Each inhale slowed, every exhale deliberate awareness stretched to limits. Children's panic rippled through corridors. Subtle calming gestures enacted trust, maintained silently amid chaos. Team adjusted spacing and pace instinctively. Cohesion preserved through nonverbal cues and unwavering vigilance. Unexpected noise from above caused brief halt. Ventilation panels shifted, dust clouds, falling tensions spiking instantly. Corridors narrowed, further debris increasing. Careful, deliberate coordination, essential misstep, potentially catastrophic. Children's cries mixed with metallic echoes. Labyrinth amplified uncertainty, testing endurance, nerve, and focus. Rear security reported faint, uncertain footsteps behind. Vigilance heightened imagination, heightened alert without confirmation. Leader tapped shoulder signaling slow advance. Rhythm dictated by smoke, echoing cries, and labyrinthine corridors. Flashlights revealed overturned equipment, remnants of prior panic. each object marking urgency, increasing stakes. Communication channels nearly fail. Gestures only mental maps guiding decisions made with minimal sensory feedback. Smoke briefly parted, revealing blocked stairwell. Alternate routes limited, critical split-second choices required. Team pressed forward cautiously. Awareness of trapped civilians, blocked exits, and unseen hazards dominating every thought. Children's cries crescendoed endlessly, echoing through corridors, amplifying stress, testing resolve and cohesion simultaneously. Debris shifted unexpectedly beneath feet. Minor accidents magnified tension, each movement scrutinized and rehearsed mentally. Rear soldier caught faint, ambiguous movement in corner of eye. Uncertainty heightened alertness, every angle scanned. Shadows danced under flickering lights. Illusions or reality, each interpretation guiding precise, deliberate advance. Ventilation hum stuttered, ceased, then returned. Subtle anomaly monitored instinctively, risk evaluated continuously. Team slowed, surveying every junction. Decisions, immediate options, constrained stakes at peak intensity. A sudden cough from an unseen child. Location uncertain, rapid prioritization of safety and extraction executed silently. Structural instability became increasingly evident. Sagging beams, shifting panels, hazards multiplying with smoke and panic. Stack formation halted briefly. Pause allowed reassessment positions, confirmed cohesion maintained under chaos. Smoke cries and disorientation intertwined. Mission continued, awareness. Heightened tension stretched to extreme breaking point. A section of corridor collapsed suddenly. Concrete slabs fell, dust surged, blocking the only known exit for civilians and team alike. Children screamed in panic. Echoes ricocheted unpredictably, freezing some in place, amplifying terror through every shadowed corner. Team leader assessed debris instantly. Gestures guided formation movements, deliberate cohesion tested amid rising chaos. Smoke thickened visibility near zero. Distorted sounds and shifting shadows made navigation a perilous, nerve-wracking task. Rear security detected trapped children nearby. Faint voices constrained movement, evacuation routes limited and treacherous. Flashlights illuminated twisted debris. Furniture, broken doors, metal fragments forming a dangerous maze-like obstacle course. Soldiers lifted rubble carefully. Every action measured, balancing speed with safety, extracting children without causing panic. Dust choked the air. Lungs burned with each breath, awareness pinned to immediate threats, every step critical. One child emerged, briefly sobbing. Team guided silently, minimizing further panic gestures, precise and practiced. Structural instability worsened. Ceiling beams sagged unpredictably. Panels shifted, danger immediate and omnipresent. Team communicated through gestures only. Taps, nods, subtle signs, maintaining order amid chaos and deafening cries. A partially blocked side passage appeared. Dust and debris marked previous panic, offering a risky alternative route. Flashlights revealed children wedged behind rubble. Frozen with fear, hands gripping overturned furniture, movement erratic. Formation compressed, steps deliberate. Each movement synchronized, preventing further collapse or panic in confined space. Smoke and echoes intertwined. Labyrinthine halls amplified every sound, heightening disorientation, testing focus and nerve. A sudden minor collapse behind the stack. Debris fell, dust clouds rising, requiring instant, precise adjustment of advance. Children's cries surged, walls compressing sound. Echoes magnifying panic, team composure stretched to extreme limits. Leader guided extraction silently. Gestures directed every step, ensuring no civilian left behind amid unfolding disaster. Ventilation rattled violently overhead. Dust fell, reminders of fragility and potential hazards, vigilance unrelenting. Soldiers maneuvered cautiously through narrow openings. Every footfall deliberate, avoiding shifting debris and structural threats. Rear security monitored all angles. Shadows flickered, potential threats indistinct, alertness heightened continuously. Structural hazards were obvious at every turn. Creaking beams, sagging panels, tension reaching breaking point for all. Flashlights revealed children trapped between rubble. Careful lifting required teamwork, tested precision paramount. Smoke briefly cleared, exposing blocked stairwell. Alternate escape, limited decisions, split-second stakes, maximal. Collapse induced momentary disorientation. Dust clouded vision, dependence on memory, and training became vital. One child sobbed uncontrollably. Silent comfort gestures, enacted hands, guiding presence, calming amid chaos. Emergency lights flickered erratically. Shadows elongated, creating false passages, adding to confusion and urgency. Team navigated precarious pathways. Steps, deliberate formation, intact, each choice weighed against potential catastrophe. Children's cries mixed with metallic echoes. Hallways, labyrinthine panic amplified, testing endurance, nerve, and focus. Debris shifted underfoot unexpectedly. Soldiers adjusted immediately, preventing injury or further obstruction during extraction. Ceiling groaned above constantly. Tremors shifting panels, structural stress reinforcing imminent danger at every step. Leader paused briefly, scanning corridors. Positions confirmed silently, ensuring civilians and soldiers remained accounted. Smoke-thickened halls twisted unpredictably. Children guided carefully, debris avoided paths chosen with utmost precision. Rear security signaled slow advance. Deliberate rhythm maintained, balancing movement, extraction, and observation under chaos. The breaking point endured fully. Walls crumbled in places, cries, relentless tension peaked, every sense sharpened to the edge. Team pressed forward, extracting children cautiously. Awareness, coordination, and vigilance at maximum capacity, survival paramount. Children guided through rubble systematically. Hands held instructions, silent patience and control enforced constantly. Collapse risk persisted throughout. Beams shifted, debris moved unpredictably, requiring continuous mental and physical vigilance. Air thick with dust and terror. Inhalations labored, adrenaline coiled, each step a delicate negotiation between safety and urgency. Team maneuvered past fresh blockages. Steps measured, cohesion maintained, every choice deliberate, every movement vital. Smoke lifted slowly. Corridors revealed debris, scattered overturned furniture, and lingering signs of panic frozen in place. Soldiers counted survivors meticulously. Children and adults alike, eyes wide with fear, absorbing trauma beyond measure. Rear security noted injuries quietly. Minor cuts, bruises, one sprained ankle, every detail logged silently in memory. Team moved cautiously, exhaustion visible. Breaths labored, shoulders tense, each step weighed with purpose and care. Debris removed deliberately. Paths cleared, civilians guided, ensuring safety while maintaining precise coordination. One child clutched a soldier's hand. Silent reassurance, small gestures grounding them amidst lingering chaos and fear. Structural damage assessed systematically. Sagging ceilings, cracked walls, partial collapses limiting safe access. Observations recorded mentally. Every obstacle, hazard, and human reaction preserved for later after-action reporting. Fatigue pressed on soldiers. Eyes reddened, movements slowed, yet awareness for remaining civilians remained sharp. Medical kit deployed immediately. Minor wounds treated, stabilization prioritized, while extraction continued carefully. Team reinforced each other silently. Glances, gestures, subtle cues, maintaining cohesion amid pervasive exhaustion. Children reassured continuously. Quiet guidance, protective hands, calm, enforced without words, trust carefully rebuilt. Structural hazards marked clearly. Potential collapses avoided, exit routes reassessed, every step calculated. Mental review of chaos endured. Near misses, split-second decisions, unpredictable debris, and echoing cries analyzed silently. Evacuation routes cleared methodically. Debris shifted, hazards noted, each corridor checked for overlooked civilians. Observations encoded mentally for report. Environmental conditions, human responses, procedural outcomes documented. Team leader verified positions, ensuring all civilians accounted for, coordination maintained despite fatigue and stress. Minor injuries stabilized effectively. Bandages applied, vital signs checked, calm enforced through measured actions. Children's fear eased gradually. Subtle guidance, consistent presence, protective gestures reinforcing trust and composure. Debriefing initiated in situ. Mental notes reviewed planning for formal report, extracting lessons while tension lingered. Corridors scanned thoroughly, confirming civilians' safe hazards, noted remaining risks assessed before final withdrawal. Emotional weight shared silently. Exhaustion, relief, lingering, fear intertwined, a quiet acknowledgement of survival. Equipment inspected carefully. Radios, flashlights, personal gear checked for functionality and readiness for ongoing operations. Structural integrity documented. Sagging beams, loose panels, partial collapses recorded, potential hazards mitigated. Soldiers exchanged subtle signs of relief. Nods, brief eye contact, small smiles acknowledging collective endurance. Children guided slowly to safe zones. Hands held bodies, supported transitions, managed to minimize further panic. Panic managed in isolated instances. Team reassured frightened civilians, preventing additional injuries or accidents. Mental logs reinforced meticulously. Environment, human behavior, procedural efficiency encoded for after-action clarity. Remaining threats evaluated constantly. Smoke, structural instability, and psychological stress considered in every step. Final sweep completed carefully. Civilian safe unit intact, fatigue heavy but tempered by duty, executed successfully. Some corridors remained unsearched. Shadows lingered, echoes of children's cries imprinted in memory long after departure. Reports were incomplete. Inaccessible sections, blocked routes, uncertainties resisting closure, answers forever out of reach. Mental logs replayed choices endlessly. Each decision weighed against potential lives, lost, consequences, unresolved, haunting. Structural instability persisted. Sagging beams, loose panels, each risk meticulously noted, hazards left unmitigated. Unaccounted children lingered in thought. Last glimpses of frightened eyes, locations unknown, silence pressing heavily. Collapsed exits remained sealed. Alternate paths unavailable. Possible survivors, unreachable fate suspended indefinitely. Team debriefed silently. Reflecting on chaos, endured human responses and unforeseen consequences that could not be changed. Equipment inspected post-operation. Radios, flashlights, and gear accounted for, yet memories remained vivid, uncontainable. After-action notes contained deliberate gaps. Some observations blacked out, classified for security details, permanently hidden. Shadows of panic replayed mentally. Corridors, cries, debris looping endlessly, tension and memory inseparable, unrelenting. Maps incomplete in several areas. Unverified passages, unseen hazards reinforcing doubt and lingering uncertainty. Children's voices echoed internally. Panic amplified memory, overlaying sound and movement, unerasable impressions. Photographs documented only fragments. Rubble, corridors, debris, while faces, precise positions, and moments blurred intentionally. Decisions questioned repeatedly. Every alternative considered, every choice scrutinized, outcomes forever uncertain. Silent camaraderie persisted. Acknowledgement of limits faced, lives preserved or lost, trust and bonds quietly honored. Environmental observations recorded cautiously. Smoke, airflow obstructions, hazards cataloged for later analysis. Some civilians remained missing. Sealed reports, unknown fate, suspicions, lingering answers indefinitely withheld. Dust lingered in memory. Smell, texture, and oppressive weight replayed continually, each inhale recalling chaos endured. Mental rehearsal unceasing. Every hallway obstacle and child's cry imprinted awareness, sharpened yet unresolved. Certain reports deliberately redacted. Sensitive information blacked out, ambiguity maintained, truth partially concealed. Unknown elements persisted. Unverified noises, unseen survivors, structural instability leaving questions unanswered. Team reflected quietly. Exhaustion, relief, guilt, and unresolved fear intertwining silently, acknowledged in shared solitude. Children's last known locations recorded vaguely. Memory blended with speculation, uncertainty cemented into mental archive. Remaining debris documented partially. Inaccessible areas, incomplete photographs, clarity intentionally denied. Procedure questioned internally. Alternate strategies, imagined decisions weighed endlessly against hypothetical outcomes. Emotional traces remained indelible. Sorrow, relief, anxiety, and protective instincts encoded into permanent memory. Classified annotations reinforced ambiguity. Missing data blocked corridors and unverified outcomes preserved in secrecy. Shadows of failure endured. Uncertainty of survivors, inaccessible areas, and unknown hazards creating lasting unease. Mental maps never fully reconciled. Gaps in observation obscured exits, cries unresolved, leaving the story unfinished. Final reflections settled silently. Mission recorded, but questions, fears, and memory remained permanently haunting all involved.